welcome back to our mini-series, Fighting Parkinson's. And today I have a guest. It is one of our Rocksteady boxers, and we are ready to begin our interview. So welcome, Don.
Thank you.
So today my question is, how long have you had Parkinson's?
I was diagnosed in 2016,
Okay.
and late in the year in 2016, like November.
Okay. And what did you first notice that sort of tipped you off that something wasn't right?
As odd as it would seem, I noticed nothing. I was working at Lowe's down there after I'd retired, and my boss came up to me and told me that he was concerned about whether he was assigning me tasks that were too difficult to do because I had a left arm tremor. I didn't even notice the left arm tremor, it was so slight. He had noticed it, and I said, no, that's fine, everything's good. And then I ran home and asked my wife, I said, do I have a left arm tremor? She hadn't noticed it either. But as soon as we noticed it, it suddenly seemed to become more prominent.
Okay. And how did you get introduced to Rocksteady boxing?
Actually, my wife saw Rocksteady boxing on shortly after I was diagnosed, or we knew I had it before I was actually formally diagnosed. And she read something about it online. And it turned out there was a guy down in Gulf Shores, which was real close to where we lived, that was starting a Rocksteady. And he was at the time being encouraged by some other people who had Parkinson's to start it, and he subsequently started it and runs it now in 2 different cities in Alabama.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you heard about this in a different state, not even in Tennessee.
No, I moved to Tennessee and started and was looking for a Rocksteady, but when I got here.
Okay, awesome. And how long have you been with Rocksteady then, as a whole?
I've been with this one. We moved back up here in 2017, and I hooked up with the Rocksteady Memphis immediately when I got up here.
Okay.
And I had been in it down there probably for a year.
Okay, so about 8 years now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So how has Rocksteady boxing impacted your life?
I think exercise, especially boxing, because you can put as much or as little as you have on a given day, because every day is not the same. That's what makes boxing so good. You can pour into it. If it's a really good day, you can pour a lot into it. If it's not quite so good a day, you can do what you have. But it's really made a difference for me. I think it helps slow the disease down. It certainly helps you manage symptoms. And I think most important of all, it helps with your mental state, because it's very important with Parkinson's to have a good mental attitude. And you can't do that and sit around.
Oh, absolutely. So actually, I'm glad that you kind of tapped into the mental health side of things. What would you say, what are other things that they can do to help with that?
I think as a kind of an umbrella topic, just stay busy.
Okay.
Because I audit classes at a local seminary. You can audit classes at universities. You can take courses that you're interested in. I take, of course, the Rocksteady. I take Tai Chi also. I take meditation. And I just try to stay busy. And I consider myself blessed, because there's a lot worse cases than mine, and you don't have to give up everything just because you have this disease. As long as you can do it, there are different ways to do everything. And I found that I can do this in a different way than I used to, but I can still accomplish things, and I can still get things done and get that kind of satisfaction.
Awesome. What benefits would you share to other people with Parkinson's who are on the fence of joining Rocksteady boxing?
I'll give you an example of somebody. I get a great benefit out of it because it helps it's the camaraderie of people that you know at the gym and you're fighting the same thing. And that's great. It makes you feel better and you enjoy seeing people every day. But I knew a gentleman much older than me. He was in his 80s and he had Parkinson's and he couldn't even walk on his own. And I think 3 months of rock steady. And I mean, he wasn't running, but he could walk on his own. He could come in from the car on his own and he could walk around. It made that kind of difference in that short a time, which is just incredible.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much. If there was anything that you would want people to know about Parkinson's before we wrap it up, what would it be?
It's not a death sentence. You have to live differently. You have to live smarter. But there are a lot of great days, wonderful days. We travel. We went last year to see to Boston, walked all around Boston, saw the Yankees and the Red Sox. If you have a dream and there's something you want to do, you can still do it. Don't give it up until it's time to give it up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dawn, for that awesome interview. And to all of you guys that are watching, this is just inspiring to see that people still are moving. They're still doing and living their life regardless of what has happened to them. And so this is an encouragement for you guys that if you know anybody who has Parkinson's, this is a route for hope for them. And I really hope that this encourages you and reminds you that you're not done. And I hope that this has been a blessing, and I hope you stick around for some of our next couple interviews that will help you really understand the different challenges that other people have with Parkinson's. But I hope that this one in particular encouraged you guys today. All right, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. See you guys next time. Bye.